Sir Murnane O'Connor.
Thank you, Lisa Cairn-Corley, thank you very much. I very much welcome the Government's apology today to the survivors of abuse in residential institutions. This apology builds on the State's apology to all victims of childhood abuse made in May 1999 and also takes into consideration the 2021 apology to survivors and former residents of the mother and baby institutions. This apology comes as we reflect on one of the darkest chapters of our history, a chapter we must look back on and learn from. On the 22nd of September last year, a number of brave, determined and committed survivors began their hunger strike outside Leinster House, including a courageous lady from my own constituency of Carlow Kilkenny, Mary Dunleavy Green. When I met with the group of survivors while they were on hunger strike in September, I was deeply impacted by their account of their own childhood and struck by how they had been strong enough to carry on, yet also recount those horrific times in order to tell their stories again and again and again. While I am glad that the Government has issued this long-awaited apology today, I hope it can bring you some level of comfort, and I am under no illusion that it can never undo the horrific experience of your past and the harm that each of you sustained in the hands of the State. Following engagement with the Taoiseach and the then Minister for Education and Youth, Helen McEntee, the group ceased their protest on the 10th of November. The mediation process concluded in December. Arising from this mediation process, the Government has also approved proposals to strengthen education and health supports for survivors, which are to be delivered under supports of Survivors of Residential Institutional Abuse Act 2025, which passed last July. A very important aspect of today's apology is that it relates in particular to those who were boarded out from relevant institutions. This apology underlines the fact that those who were victims of this industrial abuse, who were criminalised for so long, do not have a criminal record and will not now be viewed as criminals by the State. A number of other issues, including housing and funeral costs, are also being addressed by the relevant departments so that survivors can be provided for. Work is ongoing to deliver on commitments given, and further details will be provided to survivors as soon as possible. It is nothing less than what ye deserve, and I want to commend ye all for your determination and resolve. What happened to you was wrong. The suffering that you endured as children was wrong, and the impact this has had on your entire lives is wrong. Thank you.